It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Well, Shane left. I'm just kidding. All right, Rock 121 KFA. It's time for your F My Life. Welcome back, Shane, from Tucson Games and Gadgets. So let's get into these unfortunate situations emailed to us at beefvegan@kfma.com, so subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, and give us a call, 600-KFMA at 600-5362. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, here's our first one, sent to me by Marissa. We're starting off heavy. She said, hey, Beef, this weekend my husband moved out while I was out of town. The only thing of his that he left behind was a copy of Paradise Lost. All right, F My Life. Who wants to weigh in first?
Well, as a Milton fan, having read this book, Big Baby. No, that's a weird, that's almost like a serial killer thing to leave behind.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that was a good flex, too. Look at you reading.
Big brain.
Yeah.
I know Wikipedia.
I know. All right. What about you, Mari?
I say FML. That sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. And what do you say, Shane?
Yeah, I'm going to go with FML too. It's too bad. That's I mean, maybe like Rico said, though, there might have a little serial killer. So
Yeah.
maybe,
What a weird thing to
it's
leave.
good.
Well, I'll say
Get him
this.
back.
The optimist, the silver lining, the glass half full is that is your husband that moved out, and you know it's your soon to be wife or ex-wife. You take all the alimony, take them to court. You know, usually the court's on your side, so you know you might it might pay off in the long run. All right. Anyways, let's move forward. Something less serious. Carmela sent me this email and she said, my boyfriend uploaded a pic to Snapchat that said, the love of my life. And it was a picture of our beautiful baby girl. Oh. Then he uploaded another pic that said, the second love of my life. It was a picture of a full truck of a fuel truck that he drives for work.
Hell yeah.
F My Life. What do you say, Mari?
Yeah.
Oh, you would say yeah. What about you, Rico?
No, Big Baby.
I knew he was going to say
Come
big baby. What
on.
about you,
Yeah,
Shane?
big
That's
baby.
funny.
Yeah. Hey, he loves what
It's
he
got a
does.
Hemi.
Yeah.
Provides for the baby girl that he loves. It's got a Hemi. Yeah. Don't worry, Carmela. I'm sure you're third. All right. Next, F My Life said to me by Peter said, in a coffee shop, I purchased 2 donuts and a cup of coffee, a regular order, which I've bought many times before. But today the cost was $1 less. And when I inquired why, I was told I gave you the senior's discount. Their policy is a senior discount for anyone over 55. I turned 50 last week. F My Life. What do you say, Shane?
Big baby, man. I've been looking like I was 50 since I was 30. So, you know, the other thing is at your age, why are you getting 2 donuts, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait a
Yeah, if you're
minute.
50, she's smart enough only one donut. You're trying to kill yourself, Peter.
Yeah.
You don't want the diabetes.
It's so funny at your age. Peter, you eat 2 donuts, you're going to feel that for like 3 days. That's like a hangover,
What
man.
are you doing?
Something that we got to look forward to. Great. Have you ever like taken advantage of a senior discount even though you're not a senior?
No, I haven't.
Well, you got to though. I mean,
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
you might as well,
Stolen valor.
I should just start doing it.
yeah.
Yeah, stolen valor. Stolen senior valor.
Yes. What do you say, F My Life for Peter, Mari?
No, I say big baby. Take that discount.
All right, Rico.
Yeah, Big Baby.
No,
I will totally like put on fake makeup to get senior discounts.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Paint your hair.
Yeah.
All right. Final F My Life of the day sent to me by Tim. This one's a doozy. It's fantastic. He's like, Beef, recently my son drew in Sharpie all over the wall, and so I spanked him as a punishment. And then my boss came over for dinner, and my son shouted, Daddy made me take my punishment in the butt.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's an awkward dinner conversation.
No.
So let this be a lesson here, Mari. Be careful if you choose to spank your boys, because they might turn it around and be very literal and make you sound
God.
like a creepazoid. So F My Life for Tim, whose boss heard his son say, Daddy made me take my punishment in the butt.
Yeah.
If
Is
it,
that
came
F
from,
My Life?
if it came from his new girlfriend, that's a Big Baby. But since it's the kid, yeah, F My Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So why are you so quiet on this one?
Because I don't want to spank. I don't ever spank.
Well,
No
that's
corporal
good.
punishment.
I've heard a lot of reasons why you shouldn't spank, but this is the best one I've heard yet.
Exactly. Yeah, because there's been psychological studies and numerous experts have said why, but they never said this. And if they say this, I think it's the end of the argument.
Yeah.
Yeah. Push-ups for you
Damn.
from now on, son. So excellent F My Life, Tim. Good luck to you. Keep those emails coming, beefegan@kfma.com. We're going to be catching up with Shane from Tucson Games and Gadgets. Give you the woo back here live on the podcast broadcast. Got Senior Todd Marley joining me via satellite as he's working. He's hard at work right now. Doing what?
That's a dirty lie. You're not crab champions.
Are you playing a game right now?
Yeah, I'm just playing video games.
Oh, good.
Work
We'll
is
share your
done, my
screen.
dude. It's the off season.
Yeah, that's good. And it is. So since NHL's finally done, I mean, there's baseball, which welcome everybody on the stream. We got a lot of stuff that we're going to get to today, actually. The Hawk Tua girl is enjoying her 15 minutes of fame. And I'm seeing how, like, this is American celebrity culture at its finest. They'll grab onto something, they'll build it up, and then almost immediately start tearing it down. They're not at the tear down part of this yet, but they will be, trust me. And she sang with Luke Combs. And she's partying and vaping and doing a whole nine. So, well, I got a clip that I'll share on that here. But first, let's see. And then, of course, I forgot. I want to start off with this. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day, Todd.
Oh, Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah. You know about Bobby Bonilla Day?
Yeah, it's the day he gets paid for doing nothing.
Yes, which it should be an inspiration for everybody. $1.19 million every July 1st until he is 72, which is 2035. That was
Doesn't
him.
have to,
Basically,
just has to be
that was
Bobby
the Mets.
Bonilla.
Yeah. Well, that was the Mets saying, please don't play for us in the year 2000. We will pay you for the rest
Does
of
this
your
mean we need a
natural
Russell
life.
Wilson Day now too, since he's just getting paid by the Broncos way more than that
Yeah.
to
Oh,
not
yeah. How
play for
much
the
does he get?
Broncos?
How much?
He's getting like 23 million.
Nice.
Like that
A
big
year?
fat contract he got a few years ago. The Broncos are basically like, bye, we just cutted you. We're paying you your contract and you go play for whoever. That's why he's playing for the Steelers for league minimum.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Is he playing for the Steelers this upcoming season, Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson's is the QB1 for the Steelers as of this moment. Playing for $1.2 million.
Wow. Yeah,
But he's also getting, 24 million from the Broncos on the side.
That's crazy. That's crazy just for him to leave. And honestly, I would have paid $30 million for him to leave the team. I know that you're a Russell Wilson fan because you're a Seahawks fan. But
No, you have that backwards. I am rolling around in his career taking a nosedive. That man was a poser.
all right.
Is still a poser.
All right. Well, this is not that we're not going to focus on Russell Wilson today. I do have a clip from Deadpool and Wolverine that I'm going to play that I want to react to with you. It's a full clip. It's where they face off against Sabretooth. So that'll be fun. And then the running theme. And I know you already answered this question on the Facebook page, but what do you miss the most from the 90s and 2000s? And we're already getting comments from our streamers that we're going to share here. So let me get on the air and tease real quick. Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's Beefegan Presents live here with Todd Marley. We're on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/Beefegan or on the Beefegan Facebook page. Join our streamers. The running question today, as our Facebook page and on the stream, is what do you miss the most from the 90s and 2000s? We're going to reminisce and go down the rabbit hole there. Also on the podcast broadcast exclusively, we're going to react to the scene that was just released on YouTube from the upcoming Deadpool and Wolverine film. It's where they face off against Sabretooth. So I'm going to play that here in its entirety, just on the podcast broadcast. But coming up next, your Florida man story of the weekend involves an elderly Florida man and a Walmart drone and a fight to the death. I'll let you know who won that fight and what the bail was in our Florida man story coming up after Shinedown's Monsters. You can join us, youtube.com/Beefegan, or keep it right here. Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's the podcast broadcast. All right. So I'm going to show you this. Here's a couple things. First off, here's the, I know, and Anthony, I feel you on this, that the Hawk Tua thing's not even funny anymore. And that's true.
It's true.
It is still amazing to me that she has gotten her 15 minutes of fame and she's cashing in on this. This is her at a concert in Tennessee over the weekend. Just a 23-year-old Tennessee party girl, y'all. She got the vape in hand, with the flavorful vape and the tall can of White Claw and the oversized cowboy hat. She is a future Scottsdale wife. She is literally every golf course, trophy wife is this woman in the works. And I will give her this. When she got on stage, this concert was massive. I think it was Luke Bryan, right? And it was massive. And she was there, and she literally was a celebrity at this concert. And it was Zach Bryan. Sorry, I don't know my I don't know my country singers. Well, she drunkenly sang along to a Zach Bryan song in front of, and I think this is at the stadium. This is open air. So you're talking about like 60,000 people. So this is kind of cringe, but also gutsy at the same time.
Big
where
cringe.
she's on stage staring at Zach Bryan, and he keeps looking over like she's singing all the words. Why don't you take over? And she did it very badly. And she gives me she kind of looks like a young Marjorie Taylor Greene, to be honest with you. So here, listen to this. She's uncomfortably close, and it's just like, well, we didn't really talk about this ahead of time, and I don't know what we're supposed to do here. This is a moment where 60,000 people are watching us, and I feel like you want to be a part of this show, as opposed to, okay, well then fine, you just take the microphone. It's like, go for it.
Oh. Make it stop. My dog's getting angry.
Isn't that great, dude? That is great. Oh, the Hawk Tua girl literally, was drunk in karaoke in front of 60,000 people. Again, this is a woman who's probably going to be signed to a major talent agency and have representatives. So it won't be the last that we hear over this year. But I guarantee by like October, November, it'll be a distant memory. Unless
I would like this to be a distant memory right now.
Look, I don't want to hate on Haley or whatever her name is, whatever cliche white girl name this 23-year-old has, because I mean, honestly, she struck pay dirt. But the reality is, with this over saturation of viral sensation as she is, I know that I've just seen it before. America is going to turn on her quickly. It's going to be rough. Here's a fun little clip, though. Somebody did a parody version of Hawk Tua because everyone wants to jump in on this, right? This is from Barstool. Check this out.
What's a moving bet that drives men crazy every time?
I feel like no, you gotta give him that.
No. Okay. Okay, that's
You gotta warm it up like it's a fire.
No.
You gotta warm it up to a fire, and you gotta go.
Whoa! Don't.
You gotta take it like it's a rattlesnake, and you gotta bite its head.
Give me the mic.
You gotta go.
Give me the mic. No. Give me
You gotta take it. You gotta go.
What's a moving bet that drives men crazy every
That
time?
was that
I
last
feel like-
part
No, you
that
gotta
you
give
turned
him
on the
that.
air here was just a parody version of the Hawk Tua girl. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. That was a 10 out of 10. Now we are back here live on the air, and with that, I promise you your Florida man story of the weekend, and I got a big one for you, so let's get into it.
Florida man, catch an alligator in the trash can. If you can't do it, no one can. Come on now, Florida man.
This Florida man is complete with mugshot. The headline reads as such: Florida man accused of shooting Walmart delivery drone. All right. So this is what happened with the 72-year-old. His name's Dennis, and he faces charges of shooting and throwing a deadly missile into dwellings, vessels, or vehicles. Criminal mischief above 1,000 and discharging a firearm in public or on residential property. So it's a slew of charges. And it's obviously open-ended and up for interpretation because I don't believe he had a deadly missile. And I just like saying it, missile. This Walmart in 2022 announced that it was rolling out drone deliveries in Florida called Drone Up. and it's a Virginia-based commercial drone service company that partnered with the supermarket giant in 2021. So we haven't seen them here in Arizona yet, but this is something that is slowly
It's
being
real.
rolled out throughout the
I
country.
just Googled it because I thought it was nonsense, but it's real. Walmart does
Yeah.
drone deliveries.
Yes, and they will here eventually. But I feel like in Arizona and any state that has right to bear arms, you're going to have this issue pop up again and again. So anyways, they penned a news release expressing hopes the effort would influence the expansion of drone technology and enable other businesses to explore its benefits. But then you meet somebody like Dennis Wynn, and according to Wynn's arrest affidavit, the two-man drone up crew was at delivery point in the Overlook neighborhood when the shooting occurred. The document noted that the crew was there campaigning for drone up, so it wasn't even a delivery. They were just showing the neighborhood the proof of concept, and they did a mock delivery to the location. So during their mock delivery, when the drone was about 230 feet in the air, that's when Dennis started firing at it. So this is not part of their demonstration, but this was an excellent Florida man demonstration. The two guys here, their job is to show the community, like, see, it's fun, it's friendly, it's safe. No, nothing could go wrong. And then Florida's like, hold my beer. This is skeet shooting all over again, right? So once the shooting happened around 6 p.m., obviously police were called. A deputy made it to the neighborhood, making contact with Wynn and asked if he had any incident with the drone. Wynn allegedly said he used a 9mm handgun to shoot a drone that flew over his house as he was working on his pool pump, recounting past experiences with drones and that he thought they were surveilling him. So it was a spy drone watching Dennis clean his pool pump.
No, Dennis. No, they're not out to get you.
Well, while waiting for the transport vehicle, Wynn allegedly yelled out to a neighbor that he was going to jail for shooting a drone. And he was correct because he did go to jail. The shooting occurred, some $2,500 in damage to the drone, with the crew noting business operations was also being impacted to the aircraft being rendered inoperable. So long story short, he nailed this drone. So Dennis is a
Good shot. You nailed it. Good shot, buddy.
Yep. Now he was booked later that evening and released on Thursday afternoon after posting a $13,000 bond. So Florida man does not mess around with drones. And this is the question: what could go wrong? This is the answer to the question: what could go wrong when Walmart proposed this idea to Florida neighborhoods first? And I think it's actually smart that they introduce it and slow roll it to Florida to kind of like be like, what's the extreme case scenario that we're going to be dealing with as far as the people and general perception of the public? Like, how are they going to handle it? And if Florida is okay with it, then the rest of the states are going to be okay with it. And I think Dennis just proved that Florida's not going to be okay with it. Right? This is the first time that I've read a story about a Florida man shooting a Walmart drone out of the sky, but I guarantee you that it won't be the last. And the next time it comes across my desk, I'll report it immediately. Okay, so there's your Florida man story of the day. All right, let's hit the reset on the FM side. We got music on the way from Rage Against the Machine and new music from Ozzy Osbourne. But on the podcast broadcast, I got the exclusive scene from Deadpool and Wolverine where they face off against Sabretooth. We're going to do a live reaction with Todd Marley on the podcast broadcast. You can join us, youtube.com/bevegan, or keep it right here. Clear.
My StreamYard crashed. I got to restart it. I haven't been able to see a damn thing for a while.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to play this for everybody else because I'm going to react to this. Now, I'm not going to be able to monetize my YouTube live stream, but I don't care about that. It's not about the money. It's about watching this cool shit. And you're back already, right?
I mean, it was just a browser restart.
Okay, cool. All right. All right. So check this out, Todd. Let's get right into this scene. Have you seen this yet? First off?
Yep. I've seen the new trailer.
Okay. So this is the brand new trailer, which is fantastic. And of course, as you heard in my July wrap earlier this morning, Deadpool and Wolverine will be dropping soon. This is like a full-blown scene. So let's check it out.
Who's next? Oh my God. Sabretooth, ready to die.
I mean, really what this is going to be a sign that it's all, so there's so many cameos that are going to come out of this that We just don't know how many people are going to end up in this movie, but it's going to be a lot.
Right. Yes, I know. And that's what people will really want to see, Honestly, this is essentially like the savior to the Marvel universe. Now, real quick, before we get into some of this scene, what do you think of this version of Sabretooth? Do you think
Fantastic.
you think it's
It's
comic accurate?
It's a proper evolution of what it was from the X-Men movie series.
Yeah.
So, and that's what a
Okay.
lot of this is. It's going to be updating a lot of those characters and pulling a lot of those previous X-Men out of the Marvel, the Fox universe, and dragging them into whatever this is going to be.
Now, this Sabretooth right here, was he the actor who originally played Sabretooth in the X-Men
I think so.
movies? Because, yeah, okay, good. Let's get into it.
Die! Wait! Time! You look ridiculous. People have waited decades for this fight. It's not going to be easy. Maybe nice. You shoot the double, you take him down. Side control, then full mount, and you ground and pound till he makes no sound because he's dead. Shut the fuck up. Oh my God.
Right off the bat, and you see him, he's all stabbed up and everything, and that's Wolverine. I wish he would wear his mask before his fight though. But Hugh Jackman's looking good here, right?
Yeah. I mean, he got back into Wolverine shape for this one.
Yeah,
Had to. And now he's probably the thing I'm curious about the end of the Deadpool movie is Hugh Jackman Wolverine going to be alive to continue carrying Marvel things? Like, did they manage to get him to sign on to another 7 movies?
I don't think so.
I don't know if I even want that. Like, his character had a good ending. I'm okay with this, but how like literally we're beating a dead horse.
Yeah, I think I think there'll be some kind of like multiverse twist, and I think the reason why Hugh Jackman did this movie, it was a solid for Ryan Reynolds, and that he lobbied super hard and said, "Hey, this is going to be a great payday, super fun, and then a good way to add even more closure, and then that's it, right?" So
Let's give everybody all the things they always wanted out of your movies, but never could give them.
Yeah, you notice the 20th Century Fox logo in the background?
That's been in a lot of the trailers, where that's why a lot of it is going in and resurrecting. A lot of the characters came out of the Fox X-Men movies. And so those are going to be the huge central part of this film.
Okay, so the logo itself, it's basically the Deadpool going into the 20th Century Fox multiverse and opening up a wormhole, and then everything out of that.
It's a little meta, which is appropriate for Deadpool. But he's going to be going into all of those bits that got chopped out when Disney bought Fox.
Right. All right. Let's watch a little bit more of this.
Okay, good luck. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, I'm Deadpool's roommate, lying down. I can't see him, but Lord, can I smell him. But I have an ace up my sleeve. Old Spice Total Body. It fights stank 24/7.
Did they throw in an actual ad in the trailer?
I mean, I didn't see that in the one I watched, but yes.
Yeah, apparently I'm watching the sponsored version of the trailer.
Keeping him fresh everywhere. And I mean everywhere.
Yep, they did.
Did I tell you to stop?
I told you, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome anywhere. Now get the fuck out of my bar.
Just give me one more drink and then I'll leave.
Hi, Peanut. I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick, so upsy daisy. Here we go. Oh, whiskey dick of the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
I know. I've seen that before too, but that's still funny. Oh, I'm be speaking of which, for you streamers, I'm gonna start doing Blue Chew endorsements here soon. It's a big deal. They sold that, so I'll be talking about Blue Chew and performance enhancing pills and stuff. And they even they gave, this is a rare occurrence too for any kind of endorsement, but I had a meeting with the marketing agent for this, and they're like, hey, you actually get a code so you can get a free sample as well. And I'm like, hell yeah. So let's check it out. I went to the website and I saw these like variables, right? They're like, because Blue Chew's essentially Viagra or Cialis, but now it's a cheaper version because the patent is over, right? Initially, you have like a 20 or 25-year patent on any kind of medicine, and then it's it's open for the general public or whatnot. So anyways, I look at the various options. There's like 6 pills for like $30, 8 pills for like $40, like a month, something like this, right? Depending on how sexually active you are. And I get to use this this promo code just once, right? So I'm looking through everything. And I'm like, okay, you got that, you got the breath mints, okay. And then you got the daily vitamins with a little bit of kick to them, right? The way they're describing it, right? So it's like low dose, you get all your vitamin E, your vitamin B, and you get a lot of vitamin C.
You get to micro dose Viagra.
Pretty much, right? And so for a 3-month supply of those, it's $180. And I'm like, well, let's see if my promo code works for the most expensive little deal on here. Boop, 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 boop. Bam, done. So yes, so I got the $180 multivitamin daily pack coming to me in the mail. I don't have it yet. So right now, I'm not like, swole. Don't imagine me as like, at my girthiest without being fully erect right now. But coming up here in about a week or so.
Nope. No, thank you. This is an HR problem.
No. In fact, actually, it's so funny you say that because I was literally talking about this to my female GM. My one of my sales two of my sales ladies were talking about this and I'm doing jokes, and I'm like, you know what? We shouldn't be laughing about this, and I shouldn't be allowed to say these jokes around you guys. But they have a good sense of humor, so lots of dick jokes and everything else. But I stress this. I said this, and unfortunately, this is not going to be my sales pitch that I'm going to be able to say on the air. But I look at it like this, because essentially the takeaway for Blue Chew and products like it is performance enhancing, right? So the whole concept of these pills is guys' bruised egos. Like, I don't need that. No, don't worry. No, I'm still running strong, long and strong. The wind blows. I'm at 11. You know what I mean? It's like I'm 19, and it's like whatever. Yes, you can get it up, and that's good for you. Sometimes it takes a little bit of work, does it not? So my argument, my sales pitch that I can't say on the air is this: look, it's a performance enhancing drug. Like Barry Bonds didn't need performance enhancing drugs to hit a home run, but when he took them, he knocked the fucking skin off the ball, son. That's Blue Chew. That's my sales pitch. They didn't approve it, but that's basically the same thing. That's what I'm going to be doing. Is doing that. So if you want any Blue Chew, dude, let me know.
I'm good.
See, that's the ego, dude. That's the ego. Sometimes you don't even need to want. You don't even want to be physically or emotionally in the mood. You just want to be ready. And that's the angle there too. Blue Chew. Look, say you have no attraction to your wife anymore after 20 years, but you still want to bust a nut. Blue Chew. Well, bam. I mean, how many of these catchphrases do I need to bust out? Because I have slogans for days and sales pitch, and I really think we could definitely make a difference. Even though I know I watch a lot of podcasts. They are pretty much right now the number one sponsor and advertiser of all the different podcasts I watch, which would probably say a lot about me. But of course, I watch a lot of bro-friendly podcasts, so it makes sense. I'm not watching.
Well, listen. I'm really happy for you, but this is going to be a very hard campaign. But thankfully, once they see your equipment, they're going to realize that it's going to be a short one.
What do you mean?
No, that's all.
See my equipment. What do you not like about my equipment? You're talking about my
beef for somebody. I hate having to explain a joke, but think about what I said.
My joke. Think about how it's hard.
Several dick jokes in a row.
Okay, very good.
The man who is a walking dick joke, who can't get 5 minutes without talking about something horny, missed the dick joke.
Yeah, I know. Beef's next listener giveaway, Blue Chew. Wouldn't you wish, right? I mean, I don't think I can give out these things, but I think it will have promo codes and everything else. But this
You
is
got
good
the
news because
vitamins. You got the daily vitamins. You can't give those out. That's not giving somebody a daily vitamin isn't going to
no,
help you.
I'll tell you what too. I mean, on the podcast here for our streamers, I'll let you know exclusively how I'm feeling on these daily vitamins because I'm just like, okay, because I'm over 40, right? I'm 44, so I've already been taking men's daily vitamins, and I'll tell you the truth. The daily vitamins have made a difference in how I feel because I was feeling kind of like worn down and sluggish, and this is no dick talk at all. Just in general, right? So I've been taking the daily vitamins, feeling like a little more energetic, gotten a little more motivation to do things, to go to the gym and whatnot. And I'm like, well, let's put a little Viagra in those vitamins. Yeah, cuz. And then that way I won't feel so self-conscious like wearing gym shorts at the gym. And I'll be at my full representation. My favorite SNL joke that never made air. Michael Che talked about this in an interview with Seth Meyers on Late Night. And they were talking about different jokes that didn't get approved by censors. And they said they came up with a bit about a low dose Viagra, not for sex, but for, public outings. Like if you need to go to the ball game and use the urinal. So like give you just enough to where it's a good representation, but not like, a boner, right? It's like gives you that fluff. And I'm hoping those daily vitamins give the fluff, dude. Okay, let's continue. We're on the air here in about 30 seconds. So be honest with me, Todd. Have you never used performance enhancements?
I've taken stunt Viagra a couple times, but it didn't help because I didn't need it.
Stunt Viagra. Well, again, it's not that you need it. You don't need it. It just adds a little extra oomph. Sure. All right, there you go. I have. I'm not afraid to say it, especially when I'm drinking. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents.
There's the problem. It's you need something after you're drinking. Where I stopped drinking years ago, so not really a.
I'll tell you what, and to move on from this conversation, no, it's not even the drinking that's like the issue. Sometimes I need stuff if I'm smoking because I'm too in my head thinking about other things and I got to focus, so I get easily distracted. If I'm stoned, I'll start thinking about, something that I watched on TV like 2 weeks ago and I'll be completely out of the moment. And the next thing you know, I have a physical reaction on that. But if I have something like a little bit of Blue Chew in me, then I can think about whatever, last forever, and then just look down and be like, oh, I'm still going. That's great. Now I can continue to plan out the rest of my schedule for the month. All right, well, welcome back to the show. This is neither here nor there. We're live on the podcast broadcast. When I woke up this morning, I was getting ready for the show, going through Twitter on the different trends, and of course, the Hawk Tour girl was trending. So, of course, I clicked on it, and I've already shared what I came across with my Hawk Tour stuff. But there was another thing that popped up that was a video that I thought for sure seemed like it was staged, but I mean, it was full-blown pornography. It was a video of a female prison guard, having sex with a prisoner inside the prison cell. And then the cellmate of that prisoner was filming and, smoking a cigarette too. And literally like really up and close and personal, like basically doing a professional porn shoot inside this prison cell in the UK. Now, it seemed like it was staged, but at the same time, if you looked at the prison cell, it was a legit prison cell. And there was a couple takeaways from there that I noticed. First and foremost, did you know that prisoners in the UK can have like designer shoes? Because they had a shoe rack there of all these nice tennis shoes where I'm like, damn, they got a lot of money on their books because those are super nice shoes. This is what I noticed during the sex tape that I watched on Twitter, because there was 2 videos that was uploaded and it went viral. And again, it was under the hashtag Hawktua, so I wasn't looking for it. But I had a lot of questions. Well, it turns out that video was 100% true and real. Since it went viral, the woman has been arrested. And the Metropolitan Police were made aware of this video after it was allegedly filmed inside the HMP Wandsworth prison in London. The woman allegedly in the video was arrested that day on suspicion of misconduct and is currently in custody. And she did, in fact, commit super sexy misconduct, a lot of it. She was a very attractive prison guard as well. That's what made me think this video wasn't real. Because I'm like, wait a second, are they hiring models as prison guards in male prisons now? Because I don't think that's the safest thing, even in a London prison. But sure enough, she was a legit prison guard, and she knew that she was being filmed as well because that camera's like in her face. The guy also was like smoking what appeared to be like a blunt, who was filming the guy having sex with the prison guard. The video is wild. And like I said, it's legitimately on Twitter right now because it went viral. And I don't know what this woman's thinking because obviously she's going to get in trouble for that. But I guess love is blind. Did you see this video by chance, Todd? I know you did.
No, I don't know. I didn't.
Look, for
my search and your searches are not the same.
Like I said, dude, I woke up in the morning and I looked at the trending tab, and of course Hawk Tua was there, so I wanted to see the latest with the Hawk Tua girl, and this literally was above all of that. That was the number. I click on Hawk Tua and I saw 2 videos of this prison guard getting it on with this guy while another guy filmed. It was wild, and for the sake of journalism, I watched it all the way to the end twice. Just so I can report on it without reading on the air. So there you go. This is a legit thing. And again, you can find it as well. It's going to be probably everywhere. But the source of the BBC reported that this woman was in fact a prison guard and is in fact in a lot of trouble. And now she'll be the prisoner having sex with the male prison guard. See how the tables have turned?
Yeah, OnlyFans will pop off and she'll make more money. Done.
Yeah. So that's our crazy viral story of the day. Let's hit the reset, continue the conversation on the podcast broadcast. And we got music on the way from Blur and Chevelle. So you can keep it right here. Join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. Yeah, the video was nuts, dude. And obviously I can't play it because it is straight up porn. And it's weird too, because again, this guy was uncomfortably close in this situation where if like you're getting it on with your like sexy prison guard girlfriend, and this is obviously like a benefit in prison, but like I said, with the amount of shoes they have, I assume for a second that this is just allowed, you know, because I'm like, hey, if they're allowed to have all these nice shoes, then they're probably allowed to bang the guards too, right? And they're smoking. Like this is like
no,
there's a lot of
they're allowed
luxuries.
to have conjugals. They can't do anything with the staff because that's misconduct.
Yeah, and thank you, Darlene. I appreciate that. I'm working on getting my Peabody Award, one sex tape at a time. So nuts is an understatement, and nuts is something that you see too. And Twitter, fucking Twitter, dude. I mean, it's like I didn't go to Pornhub for this. This is the first thing I clicked on, and yes, Hawk Tua is a sex joke. So yeah, there's going to be people jumping on that hashtag, and it's relevant, but I was surprised to see that. I did not expect that first thing in the morning. And sure, it was awesome, but she was really attractive. In fact, I mean, I wish I could give you, well, yeah, maybe there's a screenshot here.
We can let the story go and move on too.
Okay, we will, but
you just rambled for the last 10 minutes on this story.
Was it a ramble?
It was definitely a ramble.
Haters gonna hate,
especially on the air.
Well, I'm trying to explain to you. I know you have no interest in sex tapes or taking boner pills. I get that. So, you know, my 2 main topics today, I've definitely hit a dead end with my panelists, but, you know, I'm trying. And this was something that I legitimately saw in the morning and, you know, and I could report on from the heart. So the question I asked, what do you miss the most from the 90s and 2000s? What was your comment or your answer there, Todd?
New music, but I want to go back to when Pearl Jam was new again.
Mm-hmm. You know,
my back didn't hurt.
I did say this on the air that there's still great new music. All right. And not liking the music today, like new music today, is a sign of you getting old.
Oh, no. What was your question?
What do you miss from the 90s, 2000?
Yeah. New music on the radio was my answer.
Right, but new music on the radio is still something that you get today.
You don't get on this station.
Yes, you do. You just don't get on this show. You get it at 10:01. Like they test it out during
Sorry,
all.
this station doesn't exist after 10:01. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know. Trust me, I get it. I mean, the newest song I just played was that Ozzy Osbourne, Billy Morrison, Crack Cocaine song. That was released this year. You know, it's whatever. Apparently, it tests well, but you know, it's Ozzy, so you can't say a negative thing against Ozzy. So all his songs are going to test well with this audience. But the questions. Let's see what I got here. Some of these newest comments. Cartoons. Human interactions, Mindy said.
Whoa. Back up. Cartoons are better than they have ever been.
Okay.
We are living in a golden age of cartoons. All those 90s cartoons are available, plus every new thing. Like,
That's true.
All of that is still available. You don't have to miss it. That's all still right in front of you.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the old X-Men cartoon plus the X-Men 97, and you see the upgrade between the two, man, they did it right. They did it right. They did the new one right.
Yeah, I know you're a fan of that. And I watched a little bit of the X-Men 97 because I remember I did watch it when it came out when I was a teenager as well. And that's what got me into X-Men. So when they started making the movies, I didn't read the comic books. I really just knew the X-Men universe based off the cartoon. So I was like,
and you probably didn't realize that X-Men cartoon, in fact, had a through line and had a story from episode to episode, because the powers that be aired it out of order and wouldn't do it correctly week to week and wouldn't let anybody actually follow the whole threads.
Well, no, I mean, I figured it out at that young age, but I always kind of like thought outside the box. So I was on that tip. Now, James said the food and rent prices is a lot that has been being said. So a lot of people comment on that. In fact, actually, I saw this Reddit thread or this picture. Let me show you this. This guy posted this. This was all things that were on the dollar menu in 2019 for McDonald's. Look at this.
And now it's a $5 menu.
Yeah, at the very least. And he said he thinks he spent around $15 for all these items. So you got the apple pie, you got the small fry, you got a regular cheeseburger, you got the McDoubles, 2 of those, right? You got the McChicken, you got a 4-piece McNugget, and of course you got the little sundae there. All that.
I mean, I don't know if that's a great example then. If all those were on the dollar menu and he paid about $15 for what we see there today. That's
2019.
That's not bad.
Well, yeah, it's a value menu. Under 15, you got tax. But yeah, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 items. Yeah. So that's good. Yeah, because those McDoubles gonna be like $1.50. I get it. And I understand. It's worth it. Then for whatever reason, then you ask for the double cheeseburger, which only adds another slice of cheese, and that's another $2. So it doesn't necessarily work out like that. But yeah. So food prices, rent prices, legitimate argument for.
I did. I went up to Phoenix this last weekend and drove past one of the first apartments I had there. And when I rented it, like 6-7 years ago, it was just shy of $800 for rent, almost reasonable for that spot. But it also had it was directly in the landing path of Phoenix International. So you couldn't do anything outside. It would just be a constant flight noise. Now that's asking for like $1,500. And I drove past their sign and almost crashed because I just balked at that.
Yeah, dude. Yes. It's so insane. I was actually looking my what is it? My air conditioning. It's been on the fritz. I was supposed to have my guy come out today. And my air conditioning won't go under 80. So I went out and bought a new fan. I got like a jet fan blowing like air up my ass. And it's just uncomfortable in there, right? And I'm like, dude, my air conditioning is running constantly and it's not dropping below 80. So not only is it costing a lot of money, but I'm living uncomfortably. And this is bullshit. So I was looking at different places to like move to because my lease is up. I'm going month to month. And I'm just like, I got to stay here because it's insane how expensive everything is everywhere. Yes. So even with like a bump in pay, I'm like, it's not even worth it. I'll just sit here and sweat. I'll just buy more fans and just, but I mean, hopefully he'll have it fixed today. You know what I did on the weekend? This is funny, and I'll share this with you. So I went to go see The Room, right? And I saw it at the loft with Valdez and, of course, Greg Stazero, who we talked to. The Room was a Tommy Wiseau movie. And I got to see it in a live setting where people interact and shout out things, kind of like Rocky Horror Picture Show. I was excited to do this. It's on Friday night. And my friend Kat messaged me when she saw that I posted a clip of Greg, and she was all freaking out about it. And she's super excited. And I was like, well, you want to go? Go with me? Yeah, because I get the passage. And she's like, absolutely. So I'm like, cool. And then she messaged back, hey, can my friend Karina come too? And I'm like, yeah, I'll ask. I'm sure that's fine. So sure enough, so they come. And then when we get there, we're right in the front row, and the movie starts, and her and Karina are talking to each other, but not even about the movie. And they're kind of being annoyed.
Rude. That's rude at that point. Yeah.
Super rude, right? So I have them come out to come to the show, to the movie. I haven't seen the movie in its entirety. I've only saw YouTube clips and, of course, the Disaster Artist. So I'm sitting there. They're sitting next to me. They're talking. I can't even hear over them talking. And at one point, they just get up and walk outside. So I assume they go to the bar to get another drink or go to the bathroom. And then they don't return for the rest of the fucking movie. And then at the end of the end of the screening, Greg gets on the stage, and he talks to everybody, does a little Q&A. And then he wants to take a picture of the crowd. And so he goes to take a picture of the crowd. And if you could see this,
there's a hole. Yeah.
There's me right there in the middle with the 2 empty seats right next to me. Right. And I moved over to Valdez and his date just so it looked like I had some friends. But really, I was literally just fucking solo. And I'm just like, these motherfuckers. And it turns out
on every level.
It was. And so I text her, oh, bye, Mark, because I thought she just ghosted out. Turns out they were just sitting outside smoking a cigarette. But yeah, it was okay.
I mean, on one side, fine. They didn't want to ruin the movie. And
I was glad. I was glad they got out of the room. Rock 102.1 KFMA, and welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Yeah, I was happy that they left the theater, but any heads up was whatever. And then afterwards, they were just hey, we're going to go to Shays. You want to join us? I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, no, I don't want to hang out with you after that one. Sorry.
Yeah, dude, I'm done. It was worse. I mean, it was a platonic date at that. It wasn't a romantic date. The friend in question that came out, was just a friend at this point with her friend. So, but yeah, I definitely invited them out to be a part of this event. And then they were just kind of annoying during it. And basically, they were on my tab because I got tickets for free. And I brought the two most annoying people in the theater. So I felt like a jerk in that situation. So no good deed goes unpunished. But also, I will give you an example of a good deed that actually gets rewarded. So the saying I always repeat is no good deed goes unpunished. But there's another saying, a flip side to that coin, where no good deed goes unnoticed, right? Have you ever heard people say that?
No.
Well, you remember Pi from Cousins of the Wise?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a buddy of ours, and he posted this on his Facebook page, and it's such a fantastic story that I want to share it with you real quick. He said, I woke up at 9 a.m. this morning and jumped in a Lyft to Chase Field to the D-backs game to cop a Kettle Marty bobblehead. I'm not a big baseball fan, so, it's a Diamondbacks player bobblehead. Stood in line for 2 hours till the gates open. A young 16-year-old behind me and I started chatting, and he asked, I have 2 tickets, but I'm by myself. Do you think they'll give me 2 bobbleheads? And I asked him why. He said he was going to bring his 11-year-old cousin to the game, but he was diagnosed with leukemia last week, and he couldn't attend. But he really wants this bobblehead, and I told him that we were going to manifest it, right? This is what Pi told the 16-year-old. So when we got to the gate, I got mine, and I stood by to make sure that he got 2. Now, they denied him 1 for his little cousin, and I pleaded with the people, and they just wouldn't do it, right? So this is something
that's a common scam that a lot of people do. They can come in with 10 tickets real early and then just bail and go put them on eBay.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the deal, right? So Pi said, I told him, give me your bobblehead and go outside and re-enter with your other ticket. Someone will let you cut in line if you tell them your story. So I'll stay, and he said, I'll stand here for as long as it takes. So that's what Pie's doing at this game. Again, he was at the game since 9 a.m. to stand in line for this bobblehead, and he's a massive baseball fan. And they were running out of bobbleheads because it's a limited amount, and that's how they get people to show up to the game early. And he said, so the 16-year-old said to Pie, do you promise you will be here and not take my bobblehead? And I told him never. Let's get that little guy a bobblehead, right? Let's get your 11-year-old cousin who has leukemia a bobblehead because he wants it so much. So he stood there for a half an hour, and then the 16-year-old came running to him with the biggest smile, arms wide open with another bobblehead, which is awesome, right?
That's perfect.
So the plan worked. So after that, Pie went out to the bar outside the stadium, and someone said, hey, I saw what you did, and I want to offer you my bobblehead. So Pie got one for his dad. And then another guy said, where's your seats? And Pie's like, well, in the nosebleeds. And that guy says, nah, you're sitting with me 20 rows up from home plate. And then Pie went on to shout out Jig G, the new homie for the day. So it was a great day for Pie. And he went on to say no good deed goes unnoticed. And he was humbled by the love shown to him. And he made a lot of new friends with his solo adventure. And he went on to thank his wife for telling him the night before, just go to the ballpark. You'll have fun. And this is an example of doing a good deed and not expecting anything in return and then getting the world in return. And then also building up the ability, the courage to go to an outing by yourself, because a lot of people don't like to do that. Right. So those two things, it's our positive feel-good story of the day. And shout out to Pie of Cousins of the Wise. In fact, actually, if you like hip-hop, indie rock, those kind of vibes, then check out Cousins of the Wise on Spotify.
He deserves it. He's never been less than a good dude. So
he's been a great dude. And I accidentally drugged him on salvia one time. So I do owe him a solid. So shout out to Pie. Yeah. All right. Well, we got your beef tip coming up after these words. You can join us on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan, or keep it right here on Rock 102.1. Yeah, I literally
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh, yeah. That was the pipe we did that with. Oh.
Yep. I liked, and I agree with that, Bella. If you can't be alone, that's a red flag for sure. But it is difficult. I think it's a difficult for a lot, and myself too. Sometimes just to step outside that door when you're going on a solo outing. The hardest part is just leaving. Once you're out there, you're doing it, it's fine, and then it usually turns out great. And some of my best nights have been solo outings that turned into group outings, new friendships, things like that. But it's not easy to do, and a lot of people don't do it. Let's see, outings alone are the best. Yep. Yeah. That's good. I agree. I concur. Concur. Did you hear my rap song this morning, Todd?
I did not know.
I know you're not a massive fan, but you are. You like raps. So what I did was
yes, I do. I'm not sure if ChatGPT is quite good enough to do it yet.
Look, I add lib and I bend words and phrases to fit into the beat. So here's what I did. Here was the concept today, because obviously I was solo. But I had a bunch of different things about July, things to look forward to in July. It's one of those, those fluff radio pieces that they kind of, I come across on my sites and stuff. So these are all this, stuff that's coming up. And I could have been just the guy that said, just read off a list like, hey, it's National this day on whatever, and Deadpool's coming out there. But, I wanted to make it a little more original than that. So I did turn all the things to look forward to in July into a Rap GPT song and did it solo. And I did solo too, because to be honest with you, I think, Rico's kind of, ever since you told Rico he couldn't rap, he has not been into it.
I don't think I told Rico he couldn't
you
rap.
100% did. And you could see that the light in his eye has dimmed when it comes to doing these Rap GPT songs. But and then back me up if you guys recall that. But here was the July song that I did, and you let me know what you think, that are happening in July. As rapped to you live on the air by this idiot. That's me. That's I'm that guy. Check this out. It's summertime and the Olympics in Paris are lighting up the flames. It's gonna be classic. Games kick off the 24th and 25th. Opening ceremony, watch the whole world lift. From July to August, it's Ports Parade, ESPYs, Wimbledon, All-Star Game. Nathan taught the contest, no Joey Chestnut in sight, but that's alright. He gets swallowed dog with no bite. From the courts to the field, it's a summer delight. You can catch the highlights, man, it's gonna be tight. It's July, baby, and summer's in the air. With the sports, movies, the TV that we share, from the Olympics to the Bachelorette, we got everything you need. It ain't the first time to fret or free. All right, let's get into verse 2. Let's see what else is going on in July. What do we do? On the big screen, we got Despicable Me, and Eddie Murphy's back, Beverly Hills Cop 3. Twisters on July 19th, blowing us away. Deadpool and Wolverine, it's a blockbuster day. Hey! Shark Week's on next Sunday, make a splash. The Bachelorette's back, another romantic crash. What? Exploding Kittens, Netflix on the 12th. Big Brother Cobra Kai, dive into the wealth. It's July, baby, and summer's in the air. With the sports and movies and the TV that we share, from the Olympics to the Bachelorette. We got everything you need, no reason to fret. 4th of July, let the fireworks fly. National Bikini Day, don't be shy. Fried Chicken Day and World Chocolate 2. Video game French Fry Day, come through. Amazon Prime Day, deals on the run. Ice Cream Day, the 21st, have some fun. Summertime vibes, every day's a reason. Celebrate it all, it's the July season. It's July, baby, summer's in the air. Watch a sports, a movie, and the TV that we share. From the Olympics to the Bachelorette, we got everything you need, ain't no reason to fret. There you go. Those all right. So there was there's some flubs in there and everything else. It was a live take, of course. One take, Jake, but I did enjoy the beat. Now let me get honest critique. Todd Marley.
It was okay.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah.
That was a good takeaway.
It was a good takeaway. Yeah. I mean, my problems are all in ChatGPT and how ChatGPT can't remember what it said 2 words ago.
Well, actually, they are changing that. It is learning and per account too. It's remembering what you've been asking per account and then kind of evolving that way. It's actually somewhat terrifying. And don't forget, this is literally just before. This is the beginning of the year. This is the first year publicly that ChatGPT has been around. Well, I guess it's been a full year now.
No, it's been around since the AOL days.
Okay, relax, bro. Not everyone has known that. Let's look at this viral video here.
Sorry, you were wrong.
Oh God. Oh God. Wow. No, it's a whale.
It's a shark.
That is a whale.
That is a shark.
Oh my God, that is a freaking shark.
That's a great
That is a shark like I've never seen.
Okay. Yeah, there's 2.
Oh my God.
Are they like on jet skis? How are they getting circled?
That's a 20-foot great white shark coming at us.
Oh,
He's
nice.
coming at me.
And their buddy. No, they're in a boat.
Oh my God, his mouth is going up.
That's so funny. The wife's like, look at that. It's a whale. It's a whale. Oh, I'm getting eaten. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're live. I was just playing the viral video of a woman who mistook a great white shark for a whale. That is our viral video of the day, but whatever. Almost done with the show, Todd.
That's how time works.
Let me ask you this, dude. This Wednesday, we're gonna have the finals of Rustic's barbershops Beef Spirit Envy. Tons of prizes. In fact, actually, Rustic's is putting together a prize pack. I think up to $1,000. On top of that, we're gonna have gift certificates like to Brooklyn Pizza and a bunch of swag and concert tickets for all our finalists. And that beard that you have is looking pretty fantastic. Do you think you can give it a little groomy groom and come in on Wednesday and try to steal the crown?
I don't think I can do that. No, sorry.
So you're gonna leave it up to our finalists that qualified throughout the entire year? Or why?
Yeah, the people that have been working at it and earned it. I don't deserve any of that, and I've seen them, and I don't compare.
You're intimidated. I understand. I don't compare either. And that's why I have beard envy. But don't forget to join us this Wednesday for the great finale, as we have everyone that is qualified throughout the year coming in to see who has the greatest beard in Tucson. And that's going to be live on youtube.com/beefvegan. Weirdo's going to be joining us. It's going to be a good time. So our beef tip to you, of course, it's July, so you're going to have fun. And the 4th of July is here. And whether you're going to throw a party or host a party, I actually don't have a beef tip. I just want to say happy 4th of July all week long.
He was trying to bait me on air and force me to be guilty and be like, here, I'm saying this on air, so you have to do it. And I said no, and now he feels lost and lonely.
You should hang out on Wednesday anyway. Stop being a little beach.
Well, you didn't ask me to hang out. You asked me to come in and do things. I can hang out.
Hang out and be a contestant.
No, see, there you crossed the line.
Fine. All right. Well, go back into your hole, and I will talk to you again here soon. That's all the time we have for today. But Robin Nash is up next. Don't forget you're listening for the song of the day for the Rock 102.1 Summer of Fun. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be back here live tomorrow morning. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When I really like my hole. It's where I keep my stuff. And I like to be around my stuff. I bought my stuff so I could have it.
I don't say this
my
often.
stuff and the hole.
I don't say this often to my guy friends, but you do have a very nice hole.
Thank you.